Hello everyone, this is Nicole Picadera from Altenew.com. We are so thrilled to be sharing an exciting improvements to our insert cards for all of our 6x8 and 4x6 stamp sets. This is effective starting August 2018. And I'm going to show you some examples of what you can look forward to when ordering our stamp sets. So this is a beautiful heart stamp set. This was actually released in 2018 July release. It was one of our trial product. As you can see, this is a current styled insert card, which is two-sided, one sheet of insert card with some layering guides and information about how to care for the stamps on the back. And you will see the front like this with some blank area and the name of the product and our logo. As you can see, this is a newly styled insert card, and I will walk you through in close-up. But you can already see by looking at the front side of it, you can see the drastic changes that we have made. So our front cover or the front side of the insert card has changed as well. You can see our beautiful ampersand of our logo embedded into the background of the front of the insert card. When you flip it over, you will see various sides of our TriFold insert card. So I'm going to walk you through one by one. So when you flip it over from the front side of the insert card, you will see that one of the pages have some great samples. We have included 4 A2 sized card samples that is great for inspiring you using this particular stamp set. And if they're layering stamps, you will see that the layering guide is included, and it's also scaled larger than before. So you can easily refer to them compared to the older style of insert cards. The other side of the insert cards you see will be a detailed information about what samples included which product and which color of the ink colors were used to create that particular sample. This is to reflect the amount of emails that we have received from our customer support, that a lot of customers have been asking when they're looking at the insert card and the packaging, what colors were used in the sample. So we thought that would be a great one to include. On the back, you will see there's a QR code included. When you scan that QR code, it'll take you to that particular product page with lots of more product photos and project photos that our designers created, so you can get more ideas on your project. For all of our 4x6 stamp sets that are brand new and releasing starting August 2018, we'll also have TriFold insert cards. They will include 2 A2 size card samples. The rest of the insert card area will remain exactly the same as our 6x8. For layering stamps, there will be a layering guide. For non-layering stamps for both 6x8 and 4x6 stamps, they will have this section called Stamps for Perfect Pairing. This section will carry recommendations for you to use this particular set along with many of our existing or previous released stamp sets, so you can get more use out of it. As we perfect our TriFold insert card style, we have made very slight changes, but nothing major where it would affect the way that you use these insert cards or the contents that are provided in here. But wanted to give you a full disclosure just in case you do notice some slight changes maybe in the order how these contents were provided. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how you can utilize the samples that are included in the TriFold insert cards. I'm going to cut out the page where it has all of the samples. That way you can cut out each of the samples using the cut line shown on the insert card. The dotted lines show the cut line. The very light gray solid lines shows where you can position your A2 size cards. So I'm going to use my paper cutter and trim all of the cut line edges. You can see that my A2 size card base fits in perfectly within that light gray solid line of that sample. The cut line is there to ensure that all of the edges of the samples are not cut, and you can see everything clearly to use it as a template. So I have some repositionable adhesive on the back of my sample. I adhered it directly onto my MISTI stamping position to use it as a guide. This actually reflects a true stamp size, so you can use this as your layering guide if you wanted to. So I'm going to just show you a couple layering of how you can actually use the template. So I placed my outline stamp set right on top of the template and placed it onto my MISTI. Now I'm going to place my A2 size card base and line it along the gray line for the sample edges. I'm going to go ahead and ink it up with the jet black Krista ink and use this ink color and the stamps to stamp out my outline image. So when you have a stamp positioner, this is a great way to utilize the sample cards included in each of our TriFold insert card. After that is done, I'm going to remove my A2 card size base, and you're going to use the next layer. Since this is also a true stamp size, it's a great way to position your stamps perfectly. And this is going to be so handy when you're doing a mass produce cards. So I'm going to pick up that second layering line. And then I'm going to place my A2 size card base that we stamped outline images already, placing right onto that solid light gray line to place my card base. I'm going to ink up my layering using some Aqualicious ink pad. This was one of the new inks that was released earlier this year. And I'm going to press it using my MISTI tool lid. And you can see that it's stamped perfectly, and it was very easy. I like to keep all of my cutout card samples with the insert card and the stamp set. So I'm going to put the rest of my TriFold insert card onto my stamp pocket and use my stamp on the front side. And I'm going to keep the dies, the coordinating dies on the back of the insert card as well. I like to keep everything together, and I'll be putting in the cutout samples as well. So everything is coming in handy. You can store these in our storage pocket as well. So that finishes our introductions for TriFold insert card. I hope this was helpful for you to understand the upcoming changes. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us by emailing us at support@altenew.com. Thank you so much for watching the video. Have a wonderful day.